first live. Let's see if anyone goes on. If you have any questions, you can just drop it. I'm just gonna jam a What's up, Swan? Just decided to do this on YouTube. Never actually done this on YouTube before. I'm just gonna keep jamming. What's up, you guys? Anybody have any questions or anything? I don't really have any topics. I was just jamming and decided to go live. It's a beautiful take. Thanks, man. I'm still getting used to it. Not super used to the maple fretboard. My fingers tend to stick a little bit, but I mean, aside from that, everything's good. Everything's golden. I'm just not used to it. Sounds really nice though. Love the sound. I love the fact that I have this pickup here, which almost sounds like a humbucker. just about. Then this one sounds real single coily. It's a classic. This one's a little bit more modern. So there's a pretty big contrast. Even in the hum. I don't know if you can listen to the hum there, but it just kills it automatically. Pretty much because this is pretty much a humbucker. This one already has hum and then bam. I'm just the loudest, but it sounds really nice. Oh really? Which one? The one on the bridge? It's Chopper T, I think. I don't know why I thought it was a fast track. Probably because of the little lines. Sounds really good though. Yeah. Nice. Let's see what comes up. I'm just gonna play. Totally. I was a huge fan for a lot of years. I still am, but not quite as huge as before. Let me change keys. How to develop the sense of rhythm? Man, that's a loaded question. How to develop a sense of rhythm? So, if I had to, of course, this is my opinion, I had to make a guess or do like a educational type of approach to this, it would probably be to break apart all the subdivisions, and practice each of the different rhythmic permutations that you could get from those. What I mean by this, so sounds like there's some construction going on. That's gonna get annoying. What I mean by the different permutations, for example, you have, let's take 16th notes. So you get 4 notes within one beat. So just that, put on a metronome and start practicing that. Try to get it as even as possible. And then once you have it down with a metronome, you start looking at the different permutations. So you could play one note out of the 4. So you could play the first note, which would be right on the beat. You could play the second note. You could play the third or the fourth. Same thing you could do. Saludo, Erin. Gracias. So you could go play this just 2 notes. So you could go the first 2, or the first and the third, the first and the fourth. Or you can go the first, exactly, just all the different permutations with the 1. Same thing with the 2. So you could go the 2 and 3 and 2 and 4. And then same thing with the 3 and 4. And then you can do 3 notes, so you get the first 3, the last 3, the first and the last 2, and the first 2 and the last. And then you get the permutation with just the 4 of them. So you do that with all the different subdivisions you could think of, like 8th notes, triplets, 16th notes, 16-note triplets, anything that you want to get good at. You break it apart and you practice each of them. And you can apply that on the instrument. You could do like funk rhythms. So let's say we do 16th notes and we do 1 to 3 and 4. It would be like. And then you can start playing along with the different ones you can think of. So. Don't be scared of going between mixing and mashing different subdivisions. So right there, going between 16th notes and then triplets. and then you can start playing with different accents. So I mean, the more you practice these different aspects of rhythm, especially with a metronome, the better you're gonna get at having a sense of rhythm. It's gonna keep you there on point. Um, and the more you start practicing different things, the more you can actually start adding layers to that. So you can start adding accents. You can start playing, I don't know, like odd meters or odd meters over just normal meters, like polymeter type of things. Oh, I think the battery on my phone is dying, so I'm probably gonna have to end this soon. But yeah, I mean, that's probably the best advice I could give you in terms of having a sense of rhythm. And then just learning the different styles, different, I don't know, just look into rhythm. And don't, you can approach it as a way of improvisation, like for like lead guitar, and you can practice it for the rhythm guitar type of things. Any other questions? Let me see. Very true. Who's your favorite guitarist? Not sure. I have one. Have like a compilation of different guitarists that I really really like. It depends on the day. Like as of late, I've been listening to a lot of Tom Quayle. I've been listening to a lot of Andy Timmons, but that's for YouTube purposes. In terms of pleasure, let's see. Like my last favorite guitarist was probably Alan Holdsworth. That's the last guy I was like super hooked on. Then after that, I just kind of started exploring my own thing. So yeah, I don't think I can say I have a favorite guitarist. I have a compilation of favorite guitarists. It's usually like fusion guys and rock, like instrumental rock type of players. I really like Nick Johnson as of late as well. You see, I don't know why the comments keep disappearing on me. Do some Mateo Cesaro. I don't really remember a lot of this stuff. I can sort of go back to it, but I'm not super down on the style anymore. It's been about a year since I did that video. Yeah, I can't really go anywhere in terms of that. I'd have to think of like a progression that is. Oh man. So, okay, I got some silence again. Let me see if I can do something. Let me take a random progression. That sounds more Hendrixy. Yeah, I don't just remember some of the things. Hopefully, thanks for trying. Sure thing, man. It's been a while since I practiced his style. I'm doing more legato stuff as of late. Man, the freaking comments keep disappearing, so I can't really read what you guys are writing. What picks are you using? I find 2 to 3 work good for my style of playing. So I've been using these red Jazz 3s since I was super young. Probably since I was like 16. Here we go again with the construction. So yeah, Jazz 3s for the last probably 10 years. I also really liked, it's like a cheddar cheese, kind of neon looking. I tried to switch to those actually because it helped with alternate picking, but then I found out they didn't really feel that good for like more subtle playing. So I came back to the Jazz 3s, especially the red ones. I don't like the black ones that much because of the texture. This one's a little bit smoother. I really love your jams that you did, many players. Thanks, man. I am from Moscow. It's cool. What's stream about? It's not really a topic on the streaming. I'm just hanging out, jamming, playing a little bit, answering questions. Ever think of voice leading while improvising? I do. I mean, it just sort of depends on what I'm practicing. Like, my improvisational approach changes from day to day in terms of what I'm practicing. So lately I've been doing a lot of legato, so I'm thinking that's probably going to start showing up on my improvisation. The other thing, it switches. It depends on the approach. If I'm playing like more of a rock thing, I do think of melody when I'm approaching more of a rock type of thing. I think of melody and try to create a melody and then just go off from there. If it's more like a jazz thing, then I'll think more chord tone like, and I'll try to play more the changes, and I'll add a little bit of chord melody there. Not chord melody, voice leading. But yeah, I mean, if it's fusion, I'll do pretty much a mix of both. I'll think more chord tones, and I'll do some scalar type runs as well. So I mean, yeah, I do think of voice leading, but I tend to think of voice leading more as a rhythmic guitar type of thing. When are you going to start doing lessons again? I'm actually doing lessons again. So just drop me an email, and we can arrange that. So it could be during the week, at nights, or in the mornings, or it could be on the weekends. Fridays are pretty much open, and then I think most Sundays are open, unless I have like a gig or if I have practice with my band or something like that. But yeah, totally available for lessons, so just drop me an email. Thanks. Your name is Senya. I'm a fan of Les Paul. Greetings, man. I actually have a Les Paul. Oh yeah, I mean, it's normal. Suppose it's normal life just happening. Fan of Les Pauls. I don't actually have a Les Paul. I used to be a huge fan. When I was a kid, I was a huge fan of Zakk Wylde. So my first guitar is actually a Les Paul. It's black and white, has like a white crackle finish. And so, yeah, that's my first guitar was a Les Paul. So I like Les Pauls. I don't have one that I'm playing at the moment. I mean, I still have that guitar, but it's kind of broken down. I don't play it really anymore. It's been about 2 or 3 years since I last played it. But I love Les Pauls. I kind of want a Strat now. I have Tele and, of course, my Sir. Let's see. Oh, and my headless guitar, my Steinberger. I love that guitar. I have Melody Maker. What's this? Man, the comments keep disappearing. I don't know why. I can't just leave him on. It's weird. Yeah, man. I freaking love just guitars in general. Cool sounds. Alright. What's that? You see from you? You have a Melody Maker? From me? What do you mean? I don't understand. Oh man, my battery on my phone is dying, so I'm gonna have to finish this pretty soon. What's up, Carlos Alberto Moreira dos Santos? Where you live? I live in Puerto Rico. I've lived here. I'm Puerto Rican. I was born here, lived here until I was 17. Then I moved to Los Angeles for 2 years, and I came back around 2009. Yeah, I was about 19 then. Then I've been here ever since. I mean, I've traveled just a couple times for like music type of things, and then ended up here again from Brazil. Awesome, man. I always trip out when people tell me where they're from, because it's crazy that I'm like here, and thanks to technology, we can talk to people from all over the world. What type of effects do you use, brother? Would you recommend multi-effect pedals, single unit pedals? So I haven't owned a multi-effect pedal in a while. I have a pedal board now. I could probably say my favorite pedal is the BB preamp. Then the Andy Tim's, the AT Drive from JHS is pretty cool as well. And then, I mean, yeah, as long, I don't know, this is my case, as long as I have like a delay pedal and an overdrive pedal, you're good to go. I mean, that's good enough for like most gigs, depending exactly what you're doing. But you can play around with the drive, get it more gainy if it's something a little bit more rock. You can take it down a bit. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much as I can recommend in terms of pedals. A good delay and a good drive. That'll take you places with greetings, Antonio, and congrats on the instructional channel. Of your playing style, by the way, are you located in the San Juan metro area? Would really like to go hear you live. I do half and half. Half of the week I'm on the west side of the island, and then half of the week I'm in the metropolitan area. I'm actually in San Juan right now, and I would, let's see, right now can't really think of a gig. I played last week in Gallo Loiza with my band Misa y Gallo. So you can check them out. Man, I'm from India. That's freaking cool, man. Someone from Brazil, someone from India. I'm into San Juan metro area as well. It's Moscow, and Newtown is friend like Cats and Rock. Nice. Moscow, that's crazy. People from everywhere. That's awesome, man. You could follow me on, if you follow me on Instagram, just about every single time I'm gonna play with my band, I drop the flyer. I upload the flyer to Instagram, so you can check it out there. It's called Misa y Gallo. And most of the times I'm actually playing in the San Juan metro area, so you can totally check out any of the playing I'm doing with them. Not really doing anything as a solo artist or anything with like a jazz or fusion type deal. Let me see if I can plug my phone in, get a little bit more juice. So yeah, just if you follow me on Instagram, which is at JuanAntonio046, you can see all the gigs I'm doing soon. Oh hell yeah, Earth, Wind & Fire. My town, I live in Puerto Rico. I live right in the intersection between the towns Moca and Isabela and Aguadilla. I'm right in between all those different towns. And then on the weekends, in the San Juan area. Great respect from Russia, dude. Thanks for playing. Sure thing, man. It's weird doing these players' techniques videos, because obviously you can't really say everything that they do, because it's just way too much. Like, it's a whole lifetime of playing and experimenting behind each player. So I just try to do some of what I hear that they do the most. Just try to say that here and there. But yeah, it's weird. Sometimes it feels kind of odd just saying, oh, he does this and this. But totally, I mean, I like doing those videos. I learn a lot from those videos. I'm actually working on Andy Timmons right now. Um, I'm actually thinking of, like, the next three videos are probably Andy Timmons, um, David Maximisic, and Kiko Loureiro. Well, that's awesome. I'm actually not going to G3 because G3 is not coming through Puerto Rico. We don't get a lot of concerts here. The last really cool concert we got was Steve Vai, and it was, man, just about a year ago. We don't get a whole lot of guitar type concerts here. Oh, hell yeah, Jacob Sitegi. I don't really know how to pronounce his name because I've only seen it written down, but I suppose it's Jacob or Jakub Siteki or Jakub Siteki. Siteki. I suppose that's it. Yeah, you can listen. There's a construction going on. You can listen to the neighbors' dogs and stuff. Siteki. Yeah, I gotta listen to someone pronouncing his name. Totally love the guy who's playing. It's ridiculous. Really nice. Man, the comments just keep disappearing on me. Wow. How are you training groove and rhythm? I have huge trouble with that. I was actually talking about that at the beginning of the video. In terms of just straight out rhythm, I mentioned um, taking the different permutations, like rhythmic permutations, out of subdivisions, and practicing those. So if you have like 16th notes, practice each of the possibilities within that, or triplets. So let's take triplets because I already did 16th notes at the beginning of the video. So you have 3 notes, so you can play each of them separately. You can play 2 of them together, or you can play all 3 of them. So practice each of those. And in terms of groove, I would say, let's have chicken special things. I'll totally work on it, but right now I still have 3 guys that I gotta do, and each of them take just a long time because it's hard. I mean, a lot of the things they do don't come natural to me, so I have to actually work on it a lot. Getting back on the groove thing, so figure out parts, like listen to some bands that you like, um, and work on their different parts. And always practice it with a metronome. You want to have it down really, really well. Please do analysis of Jacob Siteki. I'll work on it. I mean, it's freaking hard. The guy's a monster. I still have, like I said, I still have 3 videos to do. 3 of the big videos. I do a bunch of smaller videos in between, but 3 of the bigger videos, which are the concepts and technique videos, I still have 3 of them to go. And I haven't really had a lot of time between work and other projects I'm doing. So I'll probably do the Andy Timmons ones in the next couple weeks. Sorry, Stratocaster guitar. Oh no, this is a Telecaster. I have 2 Telecasters now. This one and a Spalding Maple one, which are both new, and I have a Sir guitar, which was been my main guitar for about 10 years already. Jesus, time just flies by. It's ridiculous. So yeah, and the Sir is almost like a super strat. So the Sir, 2 Telecasters, and I have an old Les Paul, which I don't really use anymore, but it was my first guitar, so it has meaning to it. And I also have a Steinberger guitar, one of those small Steinberger Spirit. No, this is actually custom made by my brother. I have a video explaining the whole story behind these guitars, between this one and my other Telecaster. This amazing guitar, 10 years in the making. If you want to know more about the guitars, you can just go into my channel and check out the last video I uploaded. Actually, it's the story behind the guitars because it's a pretty cool story. Thanks. Sure thing, man. Finish this thing. Could you elaborate on the radius and frets if you know of your telly? Action looks really comfortable and low. I I know that one of them has a compound um, radius, and it's the other one, the one with the spotted maple. This one I have no clue. I mean, I started doing this one was when I was 17, and I really liked. I used to have an old one of those Joe Satriani signature model, the JS Black Pearl. Um, and I remember ordering this neck. See you later, man. Thanks. I remember ordering this neck, thinking about the the dimensions from that Ibanez. But it was 10 years ago, so I have no clue. My brother probably knows a little bit more about the guitars, but I'm not really technical in terms of features and specifications. I really do have to get a lot better at that. Just, I don't know, just to start learning exactly what I like. Because I can just go, oh, this guitar feels nice, but I don't know exactly why. So I really should get to learning about that. So we're really comfortable and low. Yeah, I mean, this one's probably the guitar with my lowest action. The Sur is still low, but it's a little high. It's one of the highest. I think the Steinberger is probably the one with the highest action, but the radius is so flat that it really helps with shredding and stuff. It's not too high either. It's just the highest one. And then I think the Spalted is probably the one right in the middle. So in terms of lowest action to higher, you would have this. You would have, I think this guy's the one with the lowest action. Then probably the Spalted, then my Sur, and then my Steinberger. I'm not looking to buy anything as of now, but that sounds awesome, man. 94 Strat with scallop neck. I mean, the more I play guitars, the more I start understanding the reasoning behind the scallops in Steve Vai's guitar, the ones right up here. Because I started doing more bends and stuff down here, especially working on some Andy Tim and stuff. So it's pronounced Juan, just like, I don't know, any Spanish Juan you've ever heard. So yeah, totally scalloped guitars just feel awesome. I mean, I've tried out the Steve Vai scalloped ones and it felt great. I still have to try like a full-on scalloped guitar. That would be awesome. If you see Steve Vai, you're greetings to him. Oh, actually, I saw Steve Vai. It was about a year ago, so it's not like I'm gonna. There's not gonna be any concert anytime soon. Love your videos, man. I have learned so much from you. Thanks. Thank you, man. I always see your comments and try to answer them. Jason, I'm glad you like them. I feel like I gotta do a little bit more in terms of videos, but slowly working on it. I've just been super busy as of late. That's partly why I'm doing this live video. Oh, there we go again with the construction. So I think that could be eso por tu video. Ojalá pueda hacerlo más seguido. Seguro que sí, Eddie. Wait a second. So yeah, sure thing, man. I really hope I can start doing them a little bit more often. I actually found out a technique in terms of editing not too long ago. So I think that could help me with putting out more videos more often. So I'm just about the 34-minute mark. Brother is trying to play. I could probably jam a little bit more and then just leave it at that. Let's see. Give me a key. Give me a key and I'll improvise from there. Now I'll just take the key from the saw. Alright, I just go with the saw. F sharp, I suppose. Some advice on stage fright and anxiety. I should actually do a video on that. So I'm a very anxious person, super anxious. Saludos, Javo. Te veo acá rato posteando, comentando. Some advice on stage fright and anxiety. So I think exposure. Yeah, with this chin. I think exposure is probably the best advice I can give you. So do it more often, and just think about it. I once heard that the response for like when you get nervous, when you get scared, is pretty close to the same adrenaline rush you get when you're doing something exciting. So try to reframe it in your head as something exciting instead of something that makes you afraid. So I try to work with that. Like every now and then when I'm playing, I used to do this a lot before. I would just get on stage and jump on a spot until I felt good. I mean, it almost helped of thinking about it as if you're like a character or something. So at least for me, jumping around helped with that. So yeah, just think about it as something more exciting instead of something that you're worried about doing. And just exposure. I think exposure is probably the best advice. Unos mejores canales de teoría de guitarra. Saludos, podemos necesitar para un video, maneras de estudiar y practicar escalas. Seguro, Ian. Y mil gracias por eso de los canales. Saludos. Tremenda idea. Lo voy a apuntar, lo voy a trabajar. Lo pongo aquí por ahí, se escucha. algo así, están construyendo abajo. Yeah, actually my battery's running out, so I have just 3% battery on my phone. So it'll break down so we can answer. Whoa. Puerto Rico Jam 2 video. I have to check it out. I don't really remember. I tend to do like a few improvised runs, and that's what I go with. I remember I did something, I think it was an A minor. My favorite part of the video is the solo. Something I did with the guitar. I think I did something like that. That's probably the thing I like the most. So yeah, I don't really remember exactly what I did. It was a couple of weeks ago, and I just improvised and I pick and choose, pick the take I like the most. So that's probably, yeah, I'd have to go back and check it out and see exactly what I did. But that's the only thing I remember, because I remember going, let me think, major scale. And then when I was here, I remember thinking about it when I was playing. I was like, oh wait, I can go pentatonic from here. So I did something like that. Do you know Rick Graham? No, man, I wish. I mean, it'd be awesome to take a couple lessons from him, to be honest. The lick you just played was the one that stuck out. Yeah, I mean, and I actually got it from, like, I remember thinking about it when I was playing it, and then watching the video, I was like, okay, screw it, that's the one I'm doing. I did a couple approaches. I usually tend to think, oh, I kind of want to go more like this and that. And then at the end, I just went, you know what, just play, improvise, and let it fly. So that one was the one that stuck out. I do like that lick, if you could call it. Yeah, it's just switching. And just going into switching from, I think it was minor, I'm not sure if it was minor or major. But I was thinking A, and just going to the pentatonic thing from there, which is actually something we saw in a Tom Quayle video not too long ago. There you go again with the drill. So I'm gonna head out, you guys. It's a lot of noise, and I've been running for like 41 minutes already. Alright, take care, you guys. See you later. I hope to do more live videos in the future. See you guys later.